Why you should embrace fasting beyond Ramadan. Fasting in Ramadan is one of the greatest acts of worship, but the blessings of fasting are not limited to this holy month alone. Islam encourages believers to continue fasting outside of Ramadan as a way to purify the soul, strengthen faith, and draw closer to Allah. Crescent moon spiritual benefits. Closer to Allah, voluntary fasting shows love and devotion beyond obligation. Sins forgiven, the Prophet said that fasting expiates sins and elevates status. Consistency in worship, maintaining good deeds after Ramadan keeps the heart alive. Kaaba Sunnah fasts beyond Ramadan. Mondays and Thursdays, the Prophet used to fast on these days. White days, 13th, 14th, 15th of each Islamic month, known for great reward. Day of Arafah, 9th Dhul Hijjah, forgives sins of 2 years. Ashura, 10th Muharram, with 9th or 11th, a day of expiation and mercy. 6 days of Shawwal, equivalent to fasting the whole year. Herb health benefits. Boosts metabolism and helps with weight control. Improves mental clarity and focus. Reduces risk of chronic illnesses. Strengthens discipline and self-control. Crescent moon why you should embrace fasting beyond Ramadan. Fasting is not only an act of worship but also a gift from Allah that benefits both body and soul. While Ramadan is the month of obligatory fasting, Islam teaches us that the blessings of fasting continue all year round. Cherry Blossom 1. Spiritual rewards of fasting beyond Ramadan. A shield from hellfire, the Prophet said. Fasting is a shield from the fire, just like the shield of one of you in battle. Ahmad. Voluntary fasting outside Ramadan is a constant protection against sins. An act loved by Allah, Allah says in a hadith Qudsi. Fasting is for me, and I will reward it. This shows that fasting is a special act that Allah Himself honors with a unique reward. Building consistency, Ramadan teaches us discipline, but fasting beyond Ramadan proves that our worship was not seasonal. It becomes a lifestyle of taqwa, God consciousness. Mosque 2. Sunnah fasts that bring immense rewards. 6 days of Shawwal, whoever fasts them after Ramadan, it is as if they fasted for a lifetime. Day of Arafah, 9th Dhul Hijjah, wipes away sins of the previous year and the coming year. Ashura, 10th Muharram, plus 9th or 11th, erases sins of the past year. Mondays and Thursdays, beloved to the Prophet because deeds are presented to Allah on these days. White days, 13th, 14th, 15th of each lunar month, a sunnah that equals fasting an entire year. By observing these days, you carry the light of Ramadan throughout the year. Herb 3. Health and psychological benefits. Modern science confirms what Islam taught 1,400 years ago, fasting is good for you. Cleanses the body, removes toxins and promotes healing. Strengthens the mind, improves focus, patience, and self-control. Boosts immunity, helps prevent chronic diseases and supports healthy aging. Emotional stability, reduces stress and strengthens gratitude. Open Book 4. Stories of the righteous. The companions of the Prophet used to fast frequently outside Ramadan. Abdullah ibn Umar, R.A., was known for his dedication to Sunnah fasts. Imam Nawawi, R.A., often fasted every other day, following the Sunnah of Prophet Dawood, A.S., who had the best form of fasting. Their devotion shows us that fasting beyond Ramadan keeps the heart alive with faith. Lightbulb final reflection. Ramadan is a starting point, not an ending. If Ramadan teaches us patience, piety, and self-control, fasting beyond Ramadan preserves these gifts all year long. Sparkles fasting outside Ramadan is not just about staying hungry, it is about staying connected to Allah, protecting the soul from sin, and living a healthier, more disciplined life. Crescent moon why you should embrace fasting beyond Ramadan. Fasting is one of the greatest acts of worship in Islam. While Ramadan is the month where every Muslim is obligated to fast, the mercy of Allah extends this opportunity for reward throughout the year. Continuing to fast after Ramadan is a sign of a believer's sincerity, consistency, and love for Allah. Mosque 1. Fasting is not limited to Ramadan. Allah mentions in the Quran, and establish prayer and give zakah and bow with those who bow, in worship and obedience. Quran 2:43. Notice that prayer is not limited to Ramadan, it is lifelong. In the same way, fasting is not meant to be a once-a-year act. Ramadan is training for the heart, body, and soul, so we can carry its blessings beyond the month. Cherry Blossom 2. Proof from the Sunnah. The Prophet Muhammad did not restrict fasting to Ramadan. In fact, he encouraged fasting at different times of the year. 6 days of Shawwal. Whoever fasts Ramadan and follows it with 6 days of Shawwal, it will be as if he fasted for a lifetime. Muslim. Day of Arafah, 9th Dhul Hijjah. It expiates the sins of the past year and the coming year. Muslim. Day of Ashura, 10th Muharram, plus 9th or 11th. It expiates the sins of the previous year. Muslim. Mondays and Thursdays. The Prophet said, "Deeds are presented to Allah on Mondays and Thursdays, and I love that my deeds be presented while I am fasting." Tirmidhi. The white days, 13th, 14th, 15th of each lunar month. Fasting 3 days every month is like fasting for a lifetime. Bukhari and Muslim. These Sunnah fasts are like treasures hidden throughout the year. Herb 3. Spiritual benefits of fasting beyond Ramadan. 1. Draws you closer to Allah. Fasting is an act done solely for Allah's sake. No one can see it except Him. This sincerity strengthens your connection to Him. 2. Forgiveness of sins. Many voluntary fasts carry the reward of wiping away past sins. Imagine entering each new month with a clean record. 3. Consistency in worship. True faith is not seasonal. Just as prayer and zakah are lifelong, fasting after Ramadan keeps the heart spiritually alive. 4. Greater protection against desires. Fasting is described as a shield. Outside Ramadan, it protects you from temptations, lust, and sins in daily life. Seedling 4. Health and psychological benefits. Modern research shows that intermittent fasting, which resembles Islamic fasting, has huge benefits. Detoxifies the body, removes harmful toxins and regenerates cells. Boosts brain health, improves focus, memory, and emotional control. Weight management, encourages healthy metabolism and fat burning. Longevity, studies show fasting improves lifespan and reduces disease risk. Inner peace, when you discipline your stomach, your mind and soul find balance. Islam not only strengthens the soul but also preserves the body. Fasting is proof of that. Open Book 5. Examples of the pious. Abdullah ibn Amr ibn al-As was so devoted to fasting that the Prophet guided him to fast every other day, the Sunnah of Dawood, Is. Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal used to fast regularly outside of Ramadan to maintain spiritual strength. Many scholars and righteous people considered fasting a secret door to Allah's mercy. Lightbulb 6. A sign of sincerity. One of the best signs that Allah has accepted your Ramadan is that you continue good deeds after it. If you only worship in Ramadan and abandon worship afterwards, it shows that your Ramadan was more about habit than sincerity. By fasting beyond Ramadan, you prove to Allah and yourself that your worship is consistent and genuine. Crescent Moon Final Reflection. Ramadan is not the end, it is the beginning of a spiritual journey. The true believer takes the lessons of Ramadan and continues them all year, fasting, praying, remembering Allah, and seeking forgiveness. Sparkles by embracing fasting beyond Ramadan, you purify your soul. Gain Allah's mercy and forgiveness. Protect yourself from sin. Improve your health and discipline. Keep the spirit of Ramadan alive until the next one.